I am back, continuing on with a Chinese torture chamber part 2. I gave it a little bit of a break between part 1 just in case it was very similar, which sometimes these movies can be. This one is a little bit different from the first one. It loses the comedic aspect of that. It's a little bit bleaker, a little bit darker, and it leads you down a kind of nasty tale, I would say, for most of the film. We follow our main characters, a quartet, 2 guys, 2 gals, who are kind of bandits, and they decide to try and rob this one guy. It's the wrong guy to rob, and he turns out to best him rather easily. But rather than chastising them, he kind of gives them a life lesson, be better, don't be bandits. He spends the night with them, they kind of drink, they have food, they create a kind of bond, which is kind of nice.
如果我冇睇錯嘅，你哋3個都係好人，你相信我啦。呢個世界唔會一面倒嘅，好人自然會有好報。
But all the way through this, we know that one of the women has been charged with this guy's murder and is now being tortured to get all of the information. Tortured in a really horrific manner, which I won't spoil for you here because it's quite good. And then through flashbacks and flash forwards, we kind of see this relationship expand, how this man who spent time with him becomes a general, who comes back for these people, brings them into his life, gives them a position of stature and treats them really well. Well, jumping forward to the trial of this woman as she is admitting the story of what happened. And as it goes on, you kind of realise that this general, the man that gave them a life lesson, that put his arm around their shoulders, that brought them up, made them honest, hard-working civil servants, was also a rather nasty person. Someone that was using them, who was taking advantage, who was pushing and cajoling and manipulating them, almost treating them like toys, leading to their death and destruction. And it's this kind of aspect that really takes the movie in a dark turn. We see that this man who starts off so honoursome, who is so steadfast and good and strong, is really a facade, hiding someone that is deeply torturous, crazed, and just after sexual gratification. The fact that we're missing the levity that we had in the first one is something that I think we kind of need. It broke the confines of something that was just so bleak and dark and leading to a horrible end. You know where this film is going to go. There is no happy ending in sight. There is no reprieve from what is going on. The torture itself is something that is slowly killing this woman and something she won't be able to come back from. But the information that we get, the story that we get, the characters that we see, them all being torn asunder, is just bleak. These are people that I liked, that I enjoyed seeing, that I was happy that they'd kind of found their place in the world, and to see that slowly robbed from them by a manipulative guy who ultimately gets what he deserves, there is no enjoyment in that. You're just seeing horrible people do horrible things and get their comeuppance. Not to say it's a bad movie, it's really kind of good. I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the characters, some of the torturous situations are really kind of bloody and fun, but it's missing that kind of levity, silliness that was in the first one, where you had something brutal and bleak jumping to something that was kind of funny and chuckle-inducing and not that serious, something to break up. This one's just a downward spiral of negativity and bleakness. And do you know what? Not as much fun as the first one, surprisingly. I still enjoyed it. It's probably a 3 out of 5 for me. Not as great as the first one. The first one is just tremendous. But hey, that's my opinion. I would love to know yours, so let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Where do you think it landed in comparison to the first movie? I'd love to know that as well. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, mandifilm.com, always in which you can support me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.